Okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, top. Hey folks. Good afternoon. Yeah, no flyovers today. It's very. I'll show you what it's like out there. It's well, you kind of know, folks. It's now starting to die down a little bit. We had about, I think we had about an inch of snow, something like that, about inch and a half, which is like, you know. I had to get some milk, so I drove to Sainsbury's, absolutely fine, you know, managed to get myself down to Sainsbury's okay, I've got the big tyres on the truck, but even so, if you take it nice and easy, you know, maximum 20 mile an hour, you know, so you've got a decent amount of braking warning, you know, especially if something comes sliding across the road in front of you. But it did make me laugh, because we've obviously. Oh, hold on a minute. That mic's just about to die, Jilly. Stand by. It did make me laugh, because I was like, when I turned on the computer, I was like, wow, there's so many planes at Heathrow. What's going on? You know, and they were all lined up down the taxiway, and then there was a tweet came out, or whatever it was, isn't it? Heathrow planes stuck on taxiway. Guys, man, we've filmed all that snow clearing equipment. You're going out there practicing it and all that, and to clear like an inch of snow, it's all about, and I guess people being on duty as well, but they were warned, so they should have had the folks on duty to be able to take care of it. But it's just funny, isn't it? It's the same old thing every time. A little bit of snow falls here. We've got friends, you know, we've got members out obviously in Canada and places where it snows a lot, who say, like, you know, mate, you want to wake up to sort of like 4 foot drift outside your front door. That's when it snows. Do you know what I mean? And we saw that, of course, at Chicago, which was fantastic. Hello to Jay if you're watching. That was fantastic to see what they were doing, but they'd already cleared it by the time we got there. It's just an ongoing procedure with those airports out in America, and they're very used to it. But really, to be honest with you, you know, if there's a procedure to clearing snow, it's not like, you know, all of a sudden these vehicles aren't able to cope with what they're trying to cope with, if you see what I mean. So it's not like, you know, definitely not an inch or an inch and a half of snow should make no difference at all. But, you know, hey, it might have been an aircraft itself that sort of like, you know, slid a little bit, but even so, even then, pre-warned is, you know, and all that with Heathrow, you know, sort the taxiways out. I know they don't like to put salt down as well, because it causes erosion, and you don't want to ingest that into the engines. Anyway, we're going to get on with it really quick today, folks, because we kind of want to be finished by 5 at the absolute latest. So just a little bit of an update, of course. What we're doing today is we're doing London City International. I call it LCY, but it isn't. No, it's not really in it. No, it's definitely not. I always remember seeing planes coming over the city itself and banking. They've got a very sort of like sharp turn that they have to do. A bit like was it Kai Tech? With that sharp right-hand turn, and they have to be specially trained, these pilots flying into London City. Where we're seeing them coming in from behind us and then down is obviously a much more a relaxed approach pattern than coming in over the city. We haven't done that yet. That's one thing that we haven't done yet, isn't it, Julie? We haven't done the over the city approach and down. But we're definitely going to go back to London City at some point. Of course, Christopher Wiggins, who works at London City, this one's for you, mate, and also Hodgie, who lives like literally a stone's throw away from London City. So the big reveal, here we go then, folks. Drum roll it or whatever you want to do, but it's under there. You ready, Julie? Everything. Okay. So no, hold on a minute. But this this is basically what it would have looked like had we not done anything to it. You know, looks good, looks fantastic, very educational for the kids and all that. But as a modeler myself, you know, not a professional. I don't by any way put myself down as a professional. I just like to experiment with different types and stuff like that. But what I've done with this engine, if you're watching for the first time, I've painted it, and I've obviously researched online, you know, the different casings, the colours and all that sort of stuff. So what I've done is I've also left off one side of it so that it's a pure cutaway, and that everyone's like, go over there, let me see. Right, okay, but then we're going to do that, and then you know what I did was the colour, and then I did. Right, let's do it. Ready? Here we go then. Here we go. There it is, folks. There it is. How about that? Now, what I've done is I've also I've painted the stand here as well. So the fan does turn, of course. You know, look, everything turns inside there. Got a bit of a wonky high pressure turbine far end blade, but other than that, I think we're all good. And let's give it up. Let's fire it up. That's what happens, isn't it? Because you get the initial injection of fuel, the initial sort of spool that's run by the electric start or by the air start, which sort of like winds everything up, and then you get the injection. That's when you get the. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. But yeah, I'm really proud of it. I'm really happy with it, and it was great to do it with you guys. You see, I painted all the different elements. Low pressure compressor up the front there, behind the main fan blades. You can see we've painted inside the fan casing as well. This is all firmly fixed now. I haven't even used the support at the back there, because this is so firmly fixed. As you can see, I haven't used the other half, which is. It just looks a lot better with rather than having all that clear plastic around there. But yeah, high pressure turbine through here with the compressor, the combustor. This is basically, so the air gets compressed, it draws it in through the big fan. That's the spool, which is the to get the thing moving so that it starts to bring the ingest the air. That goes through the compressor, the low pressure compressor at the front end there. That compresses the air further down into the high pressure turbine, which is the getting into the hot element of the engine, which is basically where it really squeezes the air, suck, squeeze, and then into here, which is the bang element of firing up the engine to get the exhaust working, so you've got that forward momentum or pushing momentum basically that basically comes through here, and that's all controlled as well with the low pressure turbine. All these turbines and all these blades have to work at the right speed to maintain the speed of sound on the tip of these main fan blades. So that's the key element, is to control all of that and sync it all so that it works perfectly. But I think we're pretty happy with that, aren't we? A bit better than the bland old grey variant. Yeah. Works, doesn't it? Eh? So these are sort of like semi-metallic paints as well, and don't forget folks, I did use quite a lot of paints from down in Alfords, but I'm not going to be going down there anymore, man. Now we've moved on from that, and to be honest with you, just because of this whole thing of like essential buying, I kind of like understand where people are coming from, but it is surprising to see the amount of stores that are open, but it is good to see that they're sort of like implementing new regulations themselves. However, I've got to say, folks, it was like that when it was Sainsbury's. They did well, didn't they? And they when I went in there and they had a little chair with the squeezy bottle on it, and like as you walk through, she said like, hello sir, would you like to use the thing, like, and that, you know, that sort of like directs you towards them, and you're like, yeah, no, absolutely, thank you very much. Whereas at home base they're saying, excuse me sir, would you mind doing that please? You know, so point to it and tell, would you mind doing that please? Could you, or even some of them, I think, are like, you know, can you do your hands? You know, so basically, and there's a specific area that you have to walk through. I've gone into Sainsbury's, haven't I, to get that milk this morning. Walk through the door, woman standing there with her iPad like that, and I'm like looking around, the squeezy, the bottle down in the corner, she didn't even say anything. It's like, so that lasted long, didn't it? When did we report that about Sainsbury's the other day, Jelly? it was about Friday or something like that. Already gone. Lazy people, man. I'm telling you, it's lazy people. I could see it happening yesterday as well, because by yesterday they sort of like moved it around a little bit as well. So it's just not in people's view, and they're not like, what's the point in even having it there, man? Really? What is it? Even before, at least before, you had a table on the left with everything on it. You know, now you've got a little jar of something stuck behind the door there gathering dust. It's just absolutely amazing. Anyway, so before we get to London City, just to let you know that I have started on the big orange 747. Now, also just bear in mind that I've probably had people going, "It's a 200, mate. It's a 2. It's not a 100." Yeah, right. You're right. It is a 200. The 200 variant came into operation around about 1971, I think it was, and this particular aircraft is from around about 1976, somewhere around about that time. So this is most definitely a 200 variant. As you can see, I'm missing off the wing tip. The way to recognise as well as the very short hump, an old 200 is these. Now, I've looked online, and I think they are fuel dump probes. Can somebody correct me on that, or advise me on that one? Be interesting. But what I've done is, and get this, folks, it's all about, when you're modelling, you have to improvise sometimes. So I need to recreate that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take that off. I'm going to take that one off. I'm going to remove it. I'm going to put a very small hole at the wingtip, on each wingtip, if I can. And I'm going to fix, last night I ordered, it might work, it might not work, might have to improvise something else, but believe it or not, toothpicks, some plastic toothpicks I ordered online. They're around about that right diameter. If you look there. See, these ones here are bamboo. These are bamboo sticks, but as you can see here, that's around about the right. So that'll take a little bit of working, yeah, I mean, interesting. Another little tiny thing that they said in here, that if you're going to sit her on a main gear, you need to add 18 grams of weight into the nose to pull the centre of gravity down. So obviously she's tail heavy, and you can feel it from all that plastic in the back there. Once she's got the bulkhead in there. The doors, you've got to put the doors in, the windows in. Fortunately, the decals that are coming from the US actually are the windows as well. So I'm going to put the windows in, but I'm going to put the decals over them that gives them that that tinged effect, or darkened effect. It looks a little better than sort of like this. And I think also they've got the same thing for the window as well, for the windshield. But yeah, we're ready to build. Got everything we need for it, I think. Maybe a couple of colours. It's a little bit archaic in terms of the instructions for painting, because you know, these are old paints. It doesn't say what type of paint. Or what make of paint, basically. Dove Grey G14 Blue Pigeon. So we'll find that. It probably is an Airfix paint, I'd imagine, but we'll be able to find something that's near to it. I just need to get the colour code off the computer. That'll be easy enough to do. Interesting to see that on the leading edge of the tailplane, you always see this this metallic, basically leading edge strip, which is that they don't paint up to a point, because otherwise the paint would just get battered. So they basically leave this piece clear, but it's obviously a well protected piece of aluminium. You look on any aircraft, you'll see that piece is exposed on the leading edge of the vertical stabilizer. So there is apparently a decal for that. We'll try that, but I might actually paint it, because you can get metal paints, so I can paint that on there and rub it, and then it will give that that sort of titanium look about it. And then, you know, we'll just carry on with the build. She's very basic. She doesn't have the opportunity to put the flaps. She looks like one. She looks like one that's sitting in a graveyard, doesn't it? At that, when you look at them like that, with all the doors missing. Yeah. So she's going to be geared down. We're going to have her geared down. She's going to sit down on the desk, and we'll just paint her as an old girl as well. I'm not going to make it all look nice and shiny and new. She's going to have dirty flaps and, like, you know, all exhaust staining on the engines. Right here back at the APU, that's always a dirty old area, and around the vertical stabilizer as well, and the horizontals. You know, just basically everywhere where there's moving components, there's always grease. Well, not grease, to be honest with you. It's more moisture and tire rubber and debris that gets ingrained on the aircraft. A bit like your alloy wheels on your car. You know, you keep going out there like, flipping it, I only cleaned them last week, now they're all black again. And that's exactly what you get here, because as they touch down, all that rubber dust is picked up by the engine and it swirls, and some of it comes up here, because obviously once he's landed, the aircraft is just a vehicle, it's not flying anymore. So all this turbulent air here is just going to get picked up inside the flaps, because they're right the way down as well. But yeah, got to get a little black nose on as well, which is quite interesting. Her retro nose, which will be quite, you know, you have to think ahead of what you're going to do. It's going to be a very straightforward build, but I'm going to be a little bit crazy with this one, and do it as if it's being built in the factory. So it's going to have its different layers and different points of build. So we'll go right the way through the build as she's coming through the factory. Possibly go, I think, back in with the early variants. Interestingly enough, we were just talking about yesterday was the first time 51 years ago that Pan Am 747 first ever came into London Heathrow yesterday. And yes, we know it was the one that was involved in the Tenerife incident. But yeah, so a little bit of history yesterday at London Heathrow, and we would have been there we would have had the ACT 747, wouldn't we? So that would have been our little film for the Queen. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're ready to go. No letters, because the shop's not open. The box is not open. She's ready to build. Got any questions? Please ask us. And yeah, I'll see you. Okay, so a lot of people ask, well, a few people asking, where did I get this model from? Well, just very quickly, to be honest with you folks, there's a lot of questions that come through to us, and the time that you've spent asking us, you could actually ask Google, because Google is an amazing place. I just searched plastic 747-100 model on Google, and a load of results came up from eBay. And I just went through the individual, because this guy was selling via his store on eBay. So there was a phone number there, contacted them, asked them a few questions about it. He told me that it was, you know, so basically, do your research online. They're very, very rare, I have to say. I don't know if there are any more available, because it seemed that this one was, I don't know if it's still online. It probably still is, actually, but that is the picture that you'll see if you type in 747. I think there's a British Airways one out there as well, but after speaking to a few shops, they're very, very thin on the ground, these models. So that's why it's so old. It's not new. This is an old model. So that's basically what she's going to come out like. And I remember going to London Heathrow and seeing the big orange coming in, man. Absolutely fantastic. Pratt & Whitney JT9D engines had a lot of overheating problems with the JT9Ds. In fact, ironically enough, the inaugural flight from JFK to London Heathrow was delayed by some 6 hours because they had overheating engines on the original aircraft that they were going to bring to London Heathrow. So they had to switch to another aircraft, and that took 6 hours to bring that. And that was Clipper, what was it? Clipper Victor. That they eventually used into London Heathrow. But we'll wait for the decals to arrive, but in the meantime we can start building the model. Obviously I can't do anything outside today because it's soaking wet, and I don't want to do any spraying indoors, as you can appreciate. So this one as well, by the way folks, is widely available online. You can get that from anywhere. I think you can even get it from hobby stores, you know, Hobbycraft, those types of places, available online as well. And yeah, if you want to paint it as I've painted it, it's just a little bit more complex and a little bit more in depth. But whatever you do, whenever you're building a model, be very, very careful with knives, blades, spray paint as well, inhaling spray, because that is very, very toxic if you inhale too much of it. So wear the appropriate mask or do it outside like I did if you can. But that's about it. We'll go over to London City now. I'm going to watch this one because this should be a spectacular one. So we will. Hold on a minute. What's this? Oh, what was that email, Julie? Just a couple of emails, just quickly to read out. Mateus. Let's just have a look here. So Gilly and Jerry, happy Sunday. Just wanted to give a quick message before today's show starts. After today's show, I won't be able to watch as frequently as normal as I start my ATPL course at flight school. So I'll be bombarded with work, but I wanted to say a huge thank you to you and Jerry for making my last 10 months of lockdowns enjoyable. Loved watching the shows, meeting Jerry at London Heathrow and being part of Big Jet TV's family. It's really picked me up when I felt down from all the social distancing and uncertainty of the current climate. I can't wait to get back to the airport. Look forward to today's show. Hope you're doing well. Okay, that's from Matt Mateo, isn't it? The young lad that we meet up at Heathrow from time to time. There's another one from someone, Gilly, wasn't there? No? Oh no, that was the other guys who wanted our footage. We'll deal with that as it comes along. So let's just quickly throw this onto here. Oh no, hold on a minute. Jerry, I'm sure your model is a 747 one because it only has 3 windows on the upper deck. The 200 had a row of windows. Okay, that's interesting. So let's just have a look here quickly because Braniff maybe bought some 100s. Let's just have a look and see. Let's just have a look and see, mate. Braniff International, planespotters.net. Let's just have a look here. Airline founded in 1928. Wow. Okay, here we go. Okay. Wow. Brett, bless you. Boeing's BAC 111 written off. Look at that. Okay, so we're going back to. Okay, let's just have a look. 747 100, 71, 78, 78. They're 100s, mate. Oh, okay. Yeah. They're one. No, got 747 200 May 79. Okay, let's just have a look. Okay, go to images. Bish bosh bash. Right, 3 windows on the on the 100. It's got a row of windows. It is a 100. Wow, Hodgie, well done, well spotted, mate. I love that kind of stuff. Did you hear that, Gilly? It is a 100. So I was right all along. I was just looking at the history of the airline. So that's very interesting, isn't it? And I think the US a presidential flight is still a 200, isn't it? But we have a 100. Thanks, Hodgie, for that. If I read it in my version, but this is funny. Jerry, I'm sure your model is an BAC 747 100 because it only has 3 windows on the upper deck, and 200 had a row off windows. Row off windows, spelled O-double-F. brilliant. He's just like, yeah. So we're going to go to London City right now, folks. Enjoy it, and I'll be in there to chat with people because it's only a few hours long. So yeah, see you in there. Run VTGP. I've got the first one arriving, Jilly, in 8 minutes. KLM in Brea. Just let me know when you're live, so that I don't do any booze. Get me water. You ready to go? Oh, check this out. Check this out. So this is why they have the dual arrivals, isn't it? So we're going left and right, runway left and right. Okay. Okay, 4 minutes. 4 minutes for the KLM. The first arrival.
right turn, Clyde. Look at that shot there, man. Yeah, baby. Is it? What, on the same track? It's going to be all about the BBC News, isn't it? Wow, coming in thick and fast, heavies on the left and right runways at Heathrow. But today is about this, folks. Here we go. First arrival of the day. Little KLM Embraer. One runway here at London City. Okay, live show off, Jilly. Live show off. Yeah! Wow! Who witnessed the first ever landing at London City on Big Jet TV? Yeah! Welcome! Welcome from Amsterdam. Now these will be mainly commuters, bankers, stockbrokers, accountants, CEOs, coups. Oh, here we go. Look. EK inbound. Next one's imminent, isn't it? Let's just double check that. Next one. Oh, Luxair Dash 8. Wow, this is going to be interesting. Show us your belly. Who's got your belly? Who's got your belly? Look at that. Yeah. We don't get to see the Emirates 380 like that very often, if at all, other than 27 left arrivals. Wow. I could have gone. I thought that was actually wow. Colours on that Expo livery looking pretty decent with the red and the green and the... Anyway, here we are, London City, folks. Good morning. Chris Godwin, iFred, Mark Cox, Callum Hodgson, Desert Cat, Mark Baker, Mark Baker, Mark Baker, Gareth Davis, Joel James. Good morning, everybody watching right now. Preview. We have got 20 minutes. I'm going to run it through till around about 7:05, and then we're going to be switching over to our channel members. Good morning, everybody watching. This is London City. You are looking west. That is the Docklands, the very famous financial district of London. Behind that and beyond that is the City of London. The other financial district, of course. As we're looking west, we can obviously see the approaching aircraft for London Heathrow, as well as everything coming in. Right, I'll just tell you what I'm going to just quickly do is go to Freeview on Facebook, go to okay, reading out Freeview comments on YouTube. Good morning. Just check 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. Aussie Dan tuning in from Adelaide, Australia. G'day, Aussie Dan. We're going to get as much... oh, look at these shots here. Let me just see if I can get that 380 dragging a load of cloud behind it. Little Eurowings 320. Looks like it by the sounds of it. Oh, look at that. Is that one of the Bandits? Anyway, we need to concentrate our efforts here on London City, folks, because obviously we are very, very, very fortunate and lucky to be here with the permission of the guys at London City. And a big shout out to Andrew. If you're watching, Andrew, good morning from London City. Lux Air Dash 8 Q4. Here we go. Anyone questioning what that railway is in the background, that's the Docklands Light Railway, folks. If you are coming to London for a sightseeing visit, or even on business perhaps, probably one of the best and easiest and most convenient airports, it has to be said, is this London City Airport, situated in the East End of London, near to Canary Wharf and all those great places. You can see in the background the O2 Arena if you're coming for a concert or whatever it might be. That's actually quite unique, seeing that aircraft there, to be honest. A lot of these are obviously these ones that we don't get to see. Luxair, all the way from Luxembourg, of course. Not a tremendous amount of distance in terms of traffic, but most commuters and business people preferring to use London City for their airport, because look how close it is, of course, to London, and of course all the connecting routes to the tube, the London tubes, over there, Greenwich, and of course don't forget you've got the Emirates experience, the flight simulators that they have there as well, the Emirates aviation experience, along with the airline, the Emirates airline, which is obviously a cart that goes across the River Thames. We're right slap bang on the River Thames, and of course the London the barrier as well, the flood barrier, is quite close to us as well. We're going to be obviously getting some great shots. That's another that's Delta's 330. I've got another inbound. These aircraft that you're seeing on those long shots, folks, they are approaching aircraft into London Heathrow. Next one in from Dusseldorf, BA 3270, British Airways City Flyer. This is the City Flyer hub, folks. Now, if you want to check out London City, very easy to find on their website. You find out all the information you need to. A great little community they've got in there, and they're very proud of their airport, I have to say, London City. When we've flown from there in the past, the great welcome that you get from the staff there, and the airport staff. Here we go. Now, of course, you're also going to notice it's obviously a single runway. So you think to yourself, now how do the departing aircraft work with the arrivals? Now, of course, this is obviously some kind of a military operation. From what I'm seeing here, there's no departures on the board as it stands just yet. I think they maybe allow the arrivals to come in first, get those out of the way, and then the departures will go out. I think there's more arrivals, obviously. Okay, so there are departures due at 7, apparently, but obviously the only way to get the aircraft up here is to taxi the aircraft up the active runway. So obviously quite a bit of jiggery pokery by the air traffic control here. Let's just zoom in on those guys there. There they are in their tower. So quite a lot of work for those guys to do, but obviously highly professional, know exactly what they're doing, and do it every day. Like, so here we go. Let's just see if I've got anything behind me. Sorry, Jilly. Okay, got another one. Got another little city flyer. Inbound Embraer 170. Now, obviously, these aircraft are they're very specific because they have to be able to land on short runways. British Airways 777. So we're just waiting for the first departure to make its way out. Great shot here. And if you're coming into London from overseas, specifically, you know, I mean, you could be connecting from a European airport and coming straight into London City. Also, of course, if you're just coming in from Europe, a great little airport to use. So let's get some comments going here. So good morning to Gudalet, Aziz from Dubai, Christopher Paris tuning in from Orlando, Florida, Robert Late. Wow, that's very early. That must be sort of like midnight in Florida. Paul McNulty, good morning to you. Robert Layton, will you be at Southend Airport? Good question, that. Something that we could explore in the future, my friend. Mikael Smith, Joe Murphy, good day. Jackie Hansen, just seen you on the local BBC News. Yes, folks, if you're at all interested in, if you're in the UK, but wherever you are in the world, BBC iPlayer, you can download the app, and you'll see yours truly on the London News tonight. How's about that? Mikael Smith, small aircraft here. Yes, they are, but we love the small aircraft just as much as we do the big jets. Of course, yeah, got just as much respect for the small ones as we do the big ones. Mike Roseboom, haven't seen Mike Roseboom for some time. Dirk Sterneman, g'day to you. Bob Copsey, Nick Hill, Bajaj, I think 4 airports, LLA, LCY, London Heathrow, London Gatwick. Troy Hartman, g'day from Baghdad. Jason Ballantyne, tuning in from New Zealand, g'day. Lisa, Matt, what the hell? I think that's the barriers going up. Okay, next arrival coming in now. Another one from Amsterdam. Get a tight touchdown shot. Yeah. So obviously short runway needs to These aircraft are not specifically designed for short runways, but have the capability of landing on short runways. Let's just see if we can get a little bit of information on the. I'm sure we have here. So 1,508 meters. So that's 4,948 feet. Now, let's just take a copy of that. Because London Heathrow's runway, as you can imagine, extensively long. Because, oh, look at that! Look at that! Thai triple. So we're definitely going to be back here, folks, especially for an evening show. I think it'd be great to get the do the opposite and get the evening rush here at London City at some point in the near future. Possibly as we move closer towards the shorter nights, so that we can get the runway lights going on and so on and so forth. That's going to be a great shot. So less than a mile long, basically, just about 0.94 of a mile here at London City, when you consider London Heathrow is around about 2 miles, 2+. Mikael Smith from Barbados, Martin Turner, good morning. Paddy King, John Jesus, wow, watching from Ireland, hello there. Nurkin, g'day from Turkey. David Shepherd, good morning. Oh, Sean Biddulph, watching from Nottingham. Mikael Smith, yes, that was Thai Air. Stephen Billings, I can't find this on YouTube channel, but just type in Big Jet TV, my friend. Just Big Jet TV is all you need to type into YouTube, and you should find it there, my friend. Thank you, Paul McNulty, Mikael Smith, and everybody watching right now on YouTube. Freeview. Oh, Stephen Billings, he's a member, so we'll be able to help you there. Are you going to help him out, Jilly, or? It's on the main channel, Stephen. You should have a reply quite soon. YouTube is working, folks, because I'm watching it right now. So Zurich, next one in. Helvetic, another one we're not used to seeing. Helvetic. We've seen these obviously on our travels, especially when we go out to Switzerland with our channel members. So our channel members will be used to seeing this. It's Embraer ERJ 190. This is the aircraft which has been upgraded with the new E2 E-Jet, which we're hoping to see sometime in the near future, but obviously not coming on stream as quickly as the Airbus A220. Chris Chipper Maiden, good morning. Chris White, morning from Schiphol. I think that might be Schiphol. Petros, good morning from ATH. And Osvaldes tuning in from Nottingham. G'day to everybody watching right now on all channels. We're going to be here for another 2 hours minimum, folks, with Big Jet TV. If you want to watch with us and join us on all of our future channel member exploits and our travels overseas, then just head to the website bigjet.tv. See it there on the bottom left hand side of your screen. Just go to the website, and that's where you find out all the information you need to find out about what we do here at Big Jet TV, and of course the membership. Make sure if you join Freeview, make sure that you obviously put on your notifications, because we wouldn't want you to miss one single moment of aviation experience. Chris Skillen, Jerry Tanner, Mikhail, good morning to you. Good morning to everybody watching right now. Let's read out a few Facebook Let's go to YouTube. Sorry, my apologies. Okay, so it's still a little bit of a ways out. Southend. Okay, London City obviously opened 1987, 32 years ago. Wow, how about that? But done so much since then and improved, done nothing but improve their facilities here at London City with their connecting links to the train stations. Of course, the Docklands Light Railway, of course, the tube stations. So everything you need here, quickly accessible. And if you're coming here on a trip to London for as a visitor, then by all means look at London City as your option for the airport that you use, because obviously they have decent fares into London City as well, so make sure you check out all the different options that you've got there before you travel. So last year's stats, quite impressive actually, it has to be said. 4.8 million passengers, up 6.4% on the previous years. 78,000 aircraft movements, guys. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? 78,000 aircraft movements for an airport of this size. Oh, apparently Callum Hodgson, channel member right there, telling us that apparently they are in the process of building a taxiway. So that will make, obviously, the movements a lot easier. So here's your little Helvetic ERJ. Decent. Just shows how efficient these aircraft are in stopping. Wow. Check that out, folks. Who's got your belly? Who's got your belly? So there we go. So we're going to get all the departures for this morning's big rush through till 9 o'clock with our channel members this morning, folks. And we'd love to see you there. David Bridges, Ifred, Callum Hodgson, Mark Baker. Good morning to everybody watching. Mad Mark Baker. Mad Mark Baker was a skateboarder that I used to hang out with down at the skateboard at the Arches. Underneath the Arches. They had the Arches. They had some skateboard half pipes built underneath the Arches at Brighton. The Cage, I think it was called. And Mad Mark Baker was one of the nutters. He's a nutter! Okay, so only multi-engine, as in twin-engine, fixed-wing, obviously, aircraft with special aircraft and aircrew certification to fly 5.5-degree approaches are allowed to conduct operations into and out of London City. So obviously, at some point in time, we will get that steep approach angle coming in over the city on a future show, no doubt. Okay, next one in. coming in thick and fast now. Maybe unmarked, this one. I think it's a Stobart Air. In from Munich. Here we go. If you're watching out there, Horst in Munich, g'day, mate. See how quick they get those speed brakes up. Here comes the first departure. Let's grab a departure for Freeview. I think that's probably a decent thing to do just for free viewers. I wouldn't want to cut you guys off right in the middle of it. Chris Chipper Maiden, Chris Skillen. Good morning to everybody watching right now, Facebook and YouTube. You guys are more than welcome. Jerry Tanner, Malcolm Rouse, Chris Bucket, morning. Hope you're well. Hope everybody's well watching right now on Big Jet TV. Here comes the first departure of the day out of London City. Not got him on radar, interestingly enough. Radar. Got another little Flybe Q4 inbound from Düsseldorf. Twin prop. De Havilland, famous old aircraft manufacturer. De Havilland, of course. This is probably this is the De Havilland Canada operation. Of course, De Havilland UK originators and builders of the Mosquito. And the Comet, of course, don't forget. Nagy tuning in from Hungary. Jorge tuning in from Lisboa. Shane McGee, Saab 2000 will come in from IOM. Wow, fantastic. Thanks, mate. So here we go. A quick taxi up the active. Oh, this is it here. This is it. I think I've got nothing on. I've got no destination on it. It's calibrated. No. Now watch how he has to literally do a 180, 180, or 360 actually. No, it's a 180. Sorry, it's a 180 turn, literally at the end of the runway here. So this is pretty unique what we're seeing here, folks. Oh, he's going to Milan, is he? Right, okay. Oh, no, he's not going to do that. He's going to... Yesterday they were doing a different route, but this is... He may come in and hold his position. Yeah, because we've got the Flybe Dash 8. So he'll sit and hold his position. So this is not Milan bound. James Wade, good morning. Thomas tuning in from Portland, Oregon. Beautiful part of the country in the USA, Portland. That's a shame having that boxing away, but there you go. It is what it is. Okay, here we go. So wide variety of destinations. Wow, look at that skewing a little bit. Good looking jetliner, headed off to Rome apparently, folks. James Wade, thank you. Stephen Billings. Luke Rushton, Chris Bucket. Thank you, sir. Clear takeoff. Okay, watch this steep ascent. It's a bit like St. Martin with his high rate of ascent. Here we go. Wow! It is a bit of a roller coaster ride, man, when you fly out of here, I can tell you. It's a great experience. Look at that. Look at that shot. Look, look, look. One going out of London City, one coming into London Heathrow. Look at that. Another one coming out. Right then, folks, we're going to say our goodbyes to all our free viewers. Appreciate your time of tuning in, and we will catch up with you on the next show. Saturday could be a very early morning show. Big high winds forecasted for Saturday morning, so maybe want to check us out then on Saturday. And of course, we are also planning to film our very own channel member Rich Torp, who's a captain with American Airlines. He's coming in to London Heathrow, as it is at the moment. We're pretty sure he is on Saturday morning. So join us for an early morning show on Saturday. High winds expected. Other than that, we'll catch up with you later. Jilly, let's not run the titles because we've got a departure going out. Folks, we'll see you on Saturday. Thanks for tuning in. All the very best. And if you're a new member on Big Jet TV and you're a new channel member, come in and say hi to us now, because we're going to be going straight to our channel members right now. Thanks for tuning in. See you later. Bye-bye. Okay, GP, stand by. Okay, what I need to do is I need to move. I'm going to move this far over here so that I can get these guys. Stand by, stand by, stand by. Stand by a second, stand by. Don't like it. Yankee Sierra. Got inbound. Oh yeah, got another Dash 8, yeah. Ottawa, Canada. Oh, that's a shame, man. It's always a shame when, you know, there's people from all over the world tuning in, man, and we've got to switch out. Oh, nice amount of A1 being wafted over here, because we have a direct headwind at the moment. So that engine exhaust is coming straight at me, man. Love it. Ian Austin. Katrina, g'day. Mark Baker. Mark Baker. Stop singing that now. Desert Cat. Yeah, almost vertical. It's great. It's a great angle of ascent out of London City. Callum Hodgson. There's usually a A318 and a Swiss 220 every morning, but the 220 isn't coming, and the 318 is in Dublin for maintenance. Well, there you go. So we also have I believe, a departure that goes out. Sorry, just let me move this back a little bit. Say it about that. So what's the international flight that goes out of here? Rob H, good morning. Chris Godwin, no pushback required here. All planes parked facing the runway. Yeah, so they must come in and literally do a loop, and then, yes. So obviously you want to minimise the amount of hardware that you've got over on the taxiways, on the aprons, should I say. So any pushback, they will no doubt have pushback tugs here, I'd imagine, but very small ones. Certainly nothing like the size that... Is it? Wow, are you serious? That's crazy. Wow. Dylan Trinder, Keith Mitchell, Keith Cornell, James O'Brien, Zombie Tog, John Fisher, James O'Brien. Good morning, everybody watching right now. Channel members. Okay, here we go. Wow! Tight radius. Maximum turn radius on that front undercarriage, man. I believe I'm right in saying that, just waiting for that Q4 to clear the runway. I believe I'm right in saying that Twitter extraordinaire pilot, BA 380 pilot Dave, actually started his career at London City, I believe, on British Airways 318s or 319s, one of the two, I think. Julie Chaston. Wow. Okay, watch this one go up like a skyrocket, folks. Yeah. Full power, man. Oh, cool. Okay, Debbie Speller, Avro, Aer Lingus Avro. That'll be with the new livery, hopefully. Saw that yesterday. Managed to catch that. Where's that second slinger? Desert Cat, there's not a lot of space at all for planes to manoeuvre. They've got to be pretty damn accurate with their takeoffs and landings. Yes, indeed. No room for error, really. You've got one option, one attempt to line up and get it straight. If you're slightly off centre, then it's coming down to your skills of line up once you go through the gate. But yeah, interesting to see that. Interesting to note that. You know, when they come into the gate, they'll I think, actually, to be honest with you, I think I'd be right in saying that they will come in and park up and then be pushed back into position, or maybe there is enough space for them to. There's a second Singapore Slinger, apparently, folks. I'm hearing that Jill is telling me that there's 2 380s with Singapore Airlines in this morning. So busy times for them. Normally we would see the Singapore Slinger and then that followed by the 777. Is it? Okay. So he's going in on the right runway by the looks of it. Yeah, nicely done, son. Beautiful bit of feathering there on the elevators. Nice bit of fishtailing. That was pretty cool. Oh really? So Captain Dave. Oh, I've got a startup. I can hear a startup. Haha. See, there's the cable car there. See what I'm going to do quickly, Jilly. I'm just going to quickly. People can just stand by 1 second. I'm just going to move the van a little bit further up by the gates. Or should I? Should I bother? Actually. Nice one. Star Alliance by any chance? Not Star Alliance, Sky Team. Delta Sky Team 767. Oh, is that Landor going in? Hello. Tell you what, just going to make a little tiny adjustment here, folks. Just stand by. It's the bush is dead, folks, by the way. It's a dead bush, okay? Before anyone complains. Before anyone writes to the local government office. Bring out your dead! I'm not dead yet. Bit of kindling. Wow, man. I want to see this big arc that's been sliced through the cloud above me. I'll come to that in a minute if I get the opportunity, but if we get away. There's a lot of work going on there, so it's unlikely we're going to get any waves, folks. Mark Baker, yes, it is public access, my friend. There's a parking lot here. The gates aren't open at the moment, but I'm sure they open around about 9 AM probably. Here we go. Brakes off. It is full throttle as well, man. Wow, warm air coming from the engines. Scratch and sniff. Select Jet A1 on your scratch and sniff now, folks. That's a shame we're not. Yeah. Yeah, no, shit. It's another one. Busy, busy. Okay, I've got nothing else inbound at the moment though. Wow. Yeah, I've got a couple of. I've got three. I've got literally the. I've got three Dash 8s inbound. There he is. What's up? Oh. Hillary Todd, good morning. Dizzy Cat Net 52. BA ERJ 190 over North Sea inbound from Frankfurt. Thank you, sir. Let's see if we can get away from these guys. Getting away. There's a Flybe Dash 8 going into Heathrow above me, to my right. Hillary Todd, what's the black smoke? That's cloud, Hillary. Look at that cloud that's been separated and sliced by an aircraft. Oh, we've got a... This is what we're waiting for, I think. Is this Eurowings by any chance? Oh no, it's Luxair. They turned that round quick. Wow. Great shot. Good shot. Good shot there. It's just a little Saab inbound now. Not showing him on radar. And got KLM Embraer outbound as well. They turned that round quick. Here we go. This little Saab. Wow, all the turbulent exhaust coming off those buckets. Mark Cox mentioning about purple parking on the eastern end of runway 27 right. You're always going to get moved on if you're stopping a vehicle up there. If you're on foot, you should be okay. A lot of people lining up around about that area. There's a bus stop shelter there as well. Police generally seem to leave you alone there. Yeah. Got a long nose. goes. Right. Quickly turn these things around. Yeah, Desert Cat, you're right. Michael Forrest, good morning. Big Cow Pam. Yes. It's just oh, he's going to do the full 180 from this position. Adrian James, quite some way from London Heathrow, about 11 miles as the crow flies. Wow. So they've got to stand right on the loud pedal, man. Look at that go. They've got to stand right on the loud pedal literally from the moment they go. Probably on the brakes. Holding it on the brakes and then letting the brakes off and going, literally like a grid start, Formula One grid start, just so they get maximum speed for takeoff. Yeah, he's cut that cloud, man. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Sweet. Yeah, this, just going to send you this, Julie. I've asked these guys for permission to use their footage to see whether or not... Have you seen it? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Well, I've messaged them. Asked them if we could. Oh, is that little 318 coming out? I think that's the 318 coming out. So this one, at the moment, not saying any, not giving us any destination. Here we go. Look. It's a great shot. That's a great shot. Look at that. Great B-roll for this. Sparkles. 318's an Embraer, isn't it? Sorry, folks. Idioto! Oh, Keith Cornell. The Aer Lingus 146 inbound. Not even using half the runway, these guys, man. This might clip the top of that cloud. Oh no, it's not. Wow, just gone boom through it, man. Oh, Adrian James, yes, there we go. Confirming that Captain Day did used to fly out of here on the New York route. I knew that Adrian would be the one who would give us that information. Adrian, obviously a heavy Twitter user, and thanks, Callum. 318 is in maintenance. I'd imagine that is either at Heathrow or maybe down at Cardiff. Thomas Bailey, good day to you. This aviation lark is a bit new to me. Well, there we go. By the end of the year, within a few months, Thomas, you should know quite a lot because obviously we have a great community of people sharing information on aviation. If you want to know anything, please don't hesitate to ask. We're always here to answer your questions. From time to time, you'll notice yours truly getting a lot of stuff wrong. Only because it's the heat at the moment, because I'm obviously live and multitasking, but in general we love to share information. So good morning to you, Martin Ross. Good morning, Martin Moss even, sorry. Mark Cox, yes, there is a service that flies out of London City to New York, which is obviously very convenient for bankers and stockbrokers and the like, without having to touch London Heathrow, because obviously travel routes from London Heathrow aren't as convenient and accessible as they are here from London City. Obviously you can use the DLR, the Docklands Light Railway, which will take you straight into the financial district, and as well as that, the tubes as well, and great road access. Of course, you know, you've got your cabs and so on and so forth. Very, very easy to get to. So, yeah. Oh, look at this. We've got a bit of 146 action. Look at this. Ribbons, man. speed brakes at the back. Wow! See the hinged air brakes, speed brakes at the back, which should close, probably be closed by the time we... Nice. Another little Embraer, here it comes. Dylan Trinder, Zombie Tog, Michael K, thank you. Claire West, Fred, Mac 52. Claire West loving the BA146. I think they're turning that lot round pretty quick. So let's just see what they do with that Aer Lingus. If I can see it. So yes, somebody mentioning earlier on, they are all parked up at angles. So to... There he is there. Cross check. Ready to go. Let's fly. He's done a full turn and got into his slot. Next one in, and another Embraer. Yeah, a bit of a flare on that one. Yeah, there is a wind warning on Saturday morning, which we're looking forward to. We like a bit of wind, me old son. Sob 2000 inbound, Paul Hodgson, thank you, sir. Another little Embraer due in from Frankfurt after this one. So a good amount of traffic still moving. What's your active runway at Heathrow today for inbounds? Is it the right or the left, Julie? It's coming in on the right, okay. So that'll be your right runway on Saturday morning, folks. With shed activity. Good clip of cloud, this one. Ah, come on, man. Yeah, look at him disperse that cloud, man. Yeah, no, I know. Saturday's on, folks. You know how much we love the wind. The wind and the rain as well. I mean, I don't mind a wet runway. God bless you, play me really do it me lucky. What's that? Is it? Well, maybe we'll go get RT in the morning and then head back and then go back out. That could be the thing, folks. That's maybe what we do. Oh wow! Look, that's they're opening the bridge. Look, that's what that beep bop noise is. We've got a big barge coming through. That's the road there. That's the Steve Redgrave Bridge. Doing the alley-up. A big tug on the front of it. Darren Emerton, yeah, great spot, man. Actually, not the spot that I was at yesterday when my hat got blown off. But even so, still a great vantage point. And again, a big shout out and thanks to Andrew and everybody at London City for putting a word out to the local authorities and the security teams to let them know that we're here filming. Could be a female pilot in the right seat here, I think. I think we've got a wave there, folks. Looks like that Saab. Is this the Saab by any chance? Yes, this is a Saab, most defo. I think we just got away from the female in the right seat there, from the female pilot on that BA Embraer. I have to say they make better planes than they do cars, but that's my own personal opinion. Wow! Eunice, good afternoon. Good morning, Eunice. Oh, Paul Hodgson, apparently a City Flyer have a lot of female pilots, which is great to see. Indeed it is. Nothing new these days, it has to be said. Nothing exceptional either, but just good to see. Could get a bit of cloud dispersal here. Looks like this could be on for splitting a cloud up. There we go, might clip the bottom edge of this cloud. And knowing the camera, it will go out of focus just before it happens. Right, big old crane. Dash 8. Here we go. Quite a bumpy old arrival. Approach, should I say, sorry. Yeah, somebody mentioning earlier on in the feed, seems to be left-hand side down first. Looks like one out, one in. I think this is one of the Flybe hubs as well. Adrian James, the crews and aircraft are unique to this airport as to training and performance. Yes, well, for most definitely for short takeoff and landing exercises. It's the DLR. Docklands Light Railway. Quite quiet on the old approaches to Heathrow at the moment. Nothing really happening there. Deborah Speller loving it. Oh, Caroline Blair, BA have problems with check-in at Heathrow and 2 other airports this morning. Oh dear. Okay. Good job we're not flying out then, isn't it? I wonder if that's a computer system that's gone down. Perhaps. Okay, another approach. This one. In from Edinburgh. Flying in from Scotland. Gray Phillips, good morning. Good morning to Bernie as well, if you're watching, Bernie. Thanks for the invite. Unfortunately, we obviously can't make it today for the Sims, but maybe at another time. Thanks for thinking of me anyway. Appreciate that. But it'll give me an opportunity to watch my ugly mug on BBC News tonight. Hey! It's definitely happening, folks. 6:30 tonight, London News. If you're in the London area, southern UK, then obviously you can tune in and watch it. If you're not, then head to the iPlayer. Sky Channel 954, I think it is. Sky Channel 954. Yeah. Terrible Scottish accent. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think it does. I think they're. I think what they're doing, they're breaking out of the national breakfast news to the regional, and here's for what's happening in your area, then they switch out to the all regional news, like the Leeds news or the whatever, and of course they keep cut to that. So it must be and on tonight, blah blah blah. Simon Major's just seen us. That's a good shot. Going for the 180. Going for the 180. Yeah. Is it? Is it? Yeah, go on then. Are you serious? No. Oh no. No. That's just a trailer for it. So what's going to happen here then? Oh yeah, he's going to have to wait for him. Yeah, that's on it. That's on it. Brilliant, man. Brilliant. Face off. Jay Henley tuning in from Chicago. G'day, Jay. Zombie Tug. Oh, they're solid enough, Desert Cat. Don't you worry about it. No doubt talking about the Q4 there. Well, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's going to be... Wow, coming out thick and fast now, man. Look at this. Jean Barret! Jane Bear, that is. Daniel Morgan tuning in from a wet Scotland. That's my terrible, oh no, accent. Callum Hodson flown on all three of BAE 190s due in the next 10 minutes. Wow, flown on all three of them. Yeah, right. Oh, Desert Cat doesn't like the long, skinny aircraft and the props, don't like that. Well, just as efficient, I have to say, and just as reliable, really. But I would be, I think, a little bit concerned with a heavy crosswind landing in a Q4, I have to say, because of, like you say, the skinny, the tall, skinny undercarriage. With what? Yeah, of course you can. What is a photograph? Image. Right. Well, I'm sure he's got one, hasn't he? Yeah, that was a good shot. That's Stobart Air Embraer. Seen any oh, Keith Cornell, Lufthansa ERJ 190 inbound. Thank you. Currently off the Kent coast. Jamie Reese, loving the views. Oh, they are great views, mate. Yeah, definitely do a nighttime show here. Looks like that little Helvetic Swiss 190 is outbound as well. Clear takeoff. What main number is it? 27. Oh, 09 and 27, same as Heathrow. exactly the same direction as Heathrow. So they're on 27 knots. Wow, just lining it up there. Keep Cornell, KLM's ERJ not far behind as well. Okay, so that's coming out. Wow, Paul Hodgson, that Stobart 190 there is ex-Virgin Australia. Wow, they bought that all the way from Oz. So that would have been obviously ferried all the way from Australia. How about that? John Fisher, busy place. Indeed it is. Here we go. Over the top. God, that was pretty heavy, man. That was pretty heavy. Ex-Virgin Oz, wow. Very busy. They weren't wrong when they said about the busy period. 7 till 7 till 9. Wow, Callum Hodgson, the Stobart was actually stored in the desert for a year in the US, but found a new home. Wow, how's about that? That's pretty impressive, man. Stored in the desert. It just goes to show how efficient they are with storing in the desert. That BA carrying the 700th. What's that? 700th what? ERJ perhaps? I don't know. I don't really know. Lane Bird, great to see London. Yes. Of course, it will have grown quite considerably from what a lot of people are used to from back in the day when I worked in London. None of that was there. None of it. In fact, when I started working in London, they hadn't even opened London City Airport. Yeah, lots in Brea coming out as well. See if we can clip the top of that cloud. That's a long ways out. Oh, Paul Hodgson, yes, the 700th. Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. Kathy Stone, good morning. Simon Major. So this is quite a significant aircraft then coming out now. Go for the time check on this, Jimmy. Is that how long we've been on? So behind the next one in from Edinburgh, and the one behind that in from Frankfurt, Lufthansa 190 long range. Oh, interesting. Gray Phillips, all BA318s have a steep approach mod for City Airport, I understand. Wow. Get this one going out and then I'll let it into a little, we'll put it a little bit, just congratulate Paul. Congratulations, but just as a little, good shot. So the first one headed out to Zurich, and second one headed out to Warsaw. Got no Chris Godwin. 318, 319. I think that's a 318, 319. What's that talking about? Stephen Owens worked in London, Bethnal Green. Terry Artista. Elaine Bird, Darren Emerton, Jay Henley, 737, 700 or 319s. I'm not sure what that conversation's referring to. Paul Woolley. Oh, I think, yeah, the 319, I think. But with special modifications for Stoll. Wow, he really laid on the loud pedal there, folks. I got a big blast of jet exhaust from that Helvetic. Yeah, he really laid on it there, man. Well, possibly. I mean, if an A220 can land here, then I'd imagine a 319, a modified 319 would be able to touch down here, touchdown land, and take off. Caleb, Luke Van Jaap, I was at the fence where all the car parks, Odette Stevens, Roger Miller, Mats Bartstrom. Mats Bartstrom, on Sunday, me and my grandson will go to Heathrow for plane spotting, and they are staying at the Hilton Garden Inn. Well, you are more than welcome, Mats. Hope you're on a fantastic time. That's your Lufty. Good variety of airlines coming in here. Scott Good just mentioning about technical issues just seen on the news that they're having with British Airways this morning. Is that British Airways or just, is it BA or it is just BA? I hope they turn that 146 round, because I'd love to see that taxiing up. Might get to see that Lufty parking up, which would be quite interesting. Specific way of parking up their aircraft here so that they're facing outwards, so therefore they don't require any tug. Scott Good, Cornish Nige, good morning. Leslie White, Sue Kenworthy, Caleb, Phil Tovey. I think we've already ascertained that it's wow, he's really giving it some there. Going to get a big jet blast from him. There it is. Just see that rate of ascent, rate of climb, should I say? Even though it is the ascent, but climb rate, I guess is the right way to say it. Just pulling the bottom of that cloud down, just clip that cloud. Vortex, yeah. Oh no, really? Oh my goodness me. Oh, having to check people in manually. Oh. Oh, thanks. KLM. Wow, he went heavy on the reverses there, man. So let's follow him now. You'll see. Oh, wow. Cheshire Guy will be at Heathrow getting on a plane on Sunday. Wow. I should imagine they do have a tug or two on the apron, but are only used on odd occasions when an aircraft had to be towed from maintenance or to a remote. I don't know what remote stands they have here. In the case of an aircraft going tech and needing to obviously be towed off to a remote position, while it goes to have on-wing repairs or on-wing maintenance, on-wing checks, or AOG as it's commonly known. So he's going to now do a right and park himself up next to that BA by the looks of it. Leslie White looking forward to her white knuckle ride from here to Edinburgh, from there to Edinburgh. Wow. Yeah, it's over before you know it for Edinburgh, I guess. Not a very long flight at all, I wouldn't have thought. Chris Purcell, back to Spain tonight, Luton to Alicante. 42 degrees there today, back in 4 weeks. Wow, 42 degrees. 42 degrees? No. Really? That's just too hot, mate. 42, that can't be right. Is it Alicante? Oh, that's just, nah. Not for me, that kind of heat, mate. Yeah, very dry, isn't it? Very dry heat, I think. More manageable. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Well, just so long as you're prepared, that's the main thing, isn't it? Wow, Wayne GCC, the landing BA 190 is ex-China Southern. Wow, how about that? That's crazy. Ex-China Southern. Oh, Chug Ice's peanuts. Where is it? There. Alexander Surgeon, Renier Corporal. What's with the ski lifts in the back? Yeah, good question. That's the Sky. That's the Emirates Skyline airline, I think it's called, that you're seeing in the background there, folks. That runs all the way down to across the river. It's a great ride, I have to say, and it runs all the way up and over down to the. There it is there. Down to the Emirates Aviation Experience. If you look back on the library, you'll see the little piece that I put together for the Emirates Aviation Experience. Incredible to see that old building. One of the last standing. Look at that old structure there, which obviously the landowners have not yet sold for development. It's a big old building. Great information coming from you guys. Love to hear information like we just had about that last ERJ with BA, ex-China Southern. Love information like that. Keep that kind of stuff coming, folks. Richard Mortara confirming it's a sponsored by Emirates, the Emirates Airline, I think it's called, over there at Greenwich. Skyline. Is it Skyline or Airline? Is it Sky? No, I think it's Airline. No, I think it's Airline. I think so. There we go, Nick Roberts Waring. That's the Emirates Airline cable car from North Greenwich to Royal Victoria. Yeah, good point. Cable car experience. Leslie White, thank you. In fact, yeah. Renier Corporal doing Brussels, London Heathrow, Brussels tomorrow with Brussels Airlines. Wow, have a good time. A good airline to fly with, I have to say. Brussels Airlines. Sarah Pass, hello there, my lovely. Jerry, have you seen the BA Retro 319 at London Heathrow? Yes, Darren, we have many times. In fact, we caught it just the other day at London Heathrow. What's that, Gilly? What's that? Oh yes, you did. Yeah. The BA Retro had a replacement horrible blue engine cowling on it from one of their obviously from their stores. Brian Mitchell. Yeah, it's not too bad. Weather's not too bad. Can't complain. It's not raining. Got a pretty stiff breeze straight at us. Headwind, which is obviously what they want. Hoping that Aer Lingus BA 146 is going to be BAE 146, should I say, is going to be coming out pretty soon. That's a great shot there. Neil Tattersall, is there something wrong with YouTube? Don't think so, Neil. I'm watching. What? Maybe there is something wrong with Neil, with Neil, with YouTube Neil, sorry. There's something wrong with Neil. 10 again. Watch for the speed brakes. Another one from Edinburgh coming up next. Oh, tyre smoke. Burnt rubber. The smell of. Scratch and sniff option 3 for Dunlop. Edinburgh, then Budapest. Funny, Neil. Joyce Stanford, what does the statue in the background stand for? The one with his arms in the air. Yeah, good point. Now, not sure what that represents, whether that's new or not, I don't know, but I'm sure that somebody will know that. Whether that's linked to London City or not, I don't know. It may be a unrelated statue. Luke Vans, yeah, no steps. Fence is over to the right there. That's the fence over to the right there. So basically, this is it, folks. The gate that's the set of gates. See, I've got the van parked up. You can just about see it's the roof over there. The van's parked up there. The gates were open yesterday when I came up here, but I was a little bit sort of like wary of the fact that they were a set of padlock gates. So fortunately, there's a bank. Managed to get myself up here. There is fencing along that section there, but then it opens up. There's a parking lot here, as you can see. This parking lot, I think, is linked to that rather large restaurant. I think that is a floating restaurant over here. So accessible all year round by the looks of it. So yeah, bring your kids up here. Don't see any reason why. There's not double yellow lines out there where the van's parked, but I wouldn't recommend leaving your car down there. Although it's pretty well hidden down here. But it's basically the Sir Steve Redgrave bridge that you want to head to if you're coming out here. Sir Steve Redgrave. One of our sporting heroes, I think. Steve Redgrave, was he a rower or was he a runner? I can't remember. He was a rower, was he? Yeah. Wow, Richard Mortora, the first aircraft type to routinely operate in and out of London City was the four-engine Dash 7 from Biman. Wow. Or Byman, or wow. Four-engine Dash 7. It's pretty impressive. Thanks for that, Richard. Or Bryman. Yes, I think that's what it was. Oh, really? India Echo confirming that on YouTube. Caleb Weather Dude confirming what you can do here. Yeah, concrete steps next to the bushes. There's all sorts of, you know, you could. That's all cordoned off over there, so you don't want to be going over there. But this whole area around here, obviously, you know, derelict from times gone by. You can see here these old sliding. That must have been the for doors, perhaps for the docks. I'd imagine there were old warehouses here where I'm standing right now, but fortunately it's all clear ground and it's completely accessible to the public, so you don't need to worry about nothing now. Oi! Okay, YouTube, how you doing? DBR 5813, it's getting full. Keith Bryant, good morning. Good morning to you. Claire West. Yeah, Claire West confirming. Definitely remember the Brymans. Just see if we've got... there's the tower. Obviously, no need for a tall tower. Hasn't got a lot to look out on. There's an engine startup. Looks like another lot. Mark Cox. Wow, Callum Hodgson, great stats coming from Callum. I believe 22 of BA's 24 E-Jets have been in this morning. Wow. Oh, Stephen Billings, yes, good point. May have been for cranes, that track. Here we go, BA 146. Yep. Ah, this is a good one to see. Here we go. The one and only four-engined aircraft that goes out of London City, of course. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, so it's got one coming out and one going in. Or one going out and one coming in. What are the engines on this? They're little CF-34s or something like that. I don't really know. Oh, never heard of it. Honeywell as in the electronics people, you know? Computers. Yeah, you just chuck that there, fella. Yo, mate, g'day. So, before the 146 is another little ERJ 170 in from Dublin. And then behind that is the Avro RJ85 CityJet Glen Knowles. India Echo Claire West Florence CityJet 146 to Belfast a few years back. It was about 25 years old. Lovely aircraft. Engines are Avros, Honeywells by the sound. From what very heavy plane, is it? Oh. Oh well, we'll soon see. Pumping out a load of Jet A1 at the moment, smelling good. Here we go. Very low to the ground. Anhedral wing design, I believe. I think that's called an anhedral, am I right? Victor Tilson. Good, in Italy the 146 is nicknamed Jumbolino. Hey, how you doing? The Jumbolino. Oh, we'll have to remember that. Oh look, that little Saab's taxiing her way out, look. Flap on that, isn't there? This could be quite a jet blast. Yeah, it is a little baby 176, isn't it? IL-76, sorry. Oh, look at that, he's running it up on the brakes. Wow! He really ran that off on the brakes, man. Big jet blast. Oh, wow, 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 wow! Can you hear that? Big blast of air, man. Wow, that was a heavy landing, man. Watch this 146 land. Jumbolino. Jumbolino, Jumbolino. DBR, yes, it does smell good, man. It does smell good. Wow, look how fast that thing's going, man. Let's see if I can pick him out. Wow. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to... He's gone. Wow. Look at this. Look at that for a lineup. Flipping Nora. Prop City. Oh, Stephen Oxborough, I know that the 146 was used as the royal flight, but Stephen's saying that didn't Prince Charles crash the 146 in squat off the runway? Well, of course, when I was flying it, Kid Cornell, ex-Mesa Airlines. The 85s are ex-Mesa Airlines in America. Yeah, loving the props, the big carbon props on these, the new carbon blades on these turboprops. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it, folks. DBR loving the spot. Well, I think it's a thumbs up all round, isn't it? I think everybody loving it, and we'll definitely come back here and have to do a nighttime shoot as well. There's no doubt about it. And I'm sure that the folks at London City will be happy with our presentation this morning. a stormy show here would be good, wouldn't it? Keith Cornell, there's a lot of 4,200 feet. Interesting. Just got a little ERJ 190 coming in from Amsterdam. Just making its way into the wash. Yeah, shame we didn't get to see the 318 today. Obviously, as we have been informed, she is in maintenance currently. Yeah, Keith Cornell, backlit, Isle of Dogs and everything lit up, and the city skyline would be pretty spectacular for a sunset show here, perhaps. Oh, okay, Paul Hodgson says, shame the TAP E190 from Lisbon is running late. That's a shame. $225. Jambolea, Jambolea. Caroline, take care. Catch us on the news tonight. Big Jet TV. JD, Big Jet TV. Photobomb, photobomb. Bulldog's looking for me hat. Me hat, me coat. No, I don't know where she is, the old hat. Strong smell of kerosene, man. Agent Joe's loving it. Well worth a show anytime, for sure. I think what makes it is the community as well, man. You know, just the fact that we're all talking amongst each other. tight, go tight, go tight. Wow! Go on, son. Got his window open. Oh no, it isn't. Get his sun visor up. Oh, look at that. That's a little, what's that? Is that Russian? Is that Aeroflot going in there? No, that one there, 321, but is that Aeroflot? Yeah. Desert Cat loves the boats, trains, cranes and automobiles. Adding a bonus, yeah, of course, if you're into your engineering and cranes and stuff like that, yeah, let's do it, let's do it. Fired up. Keith Cornell, ATR 72, wow. ATR 72 on approach, excellent, thank you. Is it? In the Flybe colours, yes, okay. Just over Canvey Island, wow, yes. In from Jersey, hello there. Hi, lovely. Oh, baby! Check it out. Where's she at? Where's she at? Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Get yourself. Oh, no, I've lost it because I can't go, but... Is it? Is it? No, I can't because... Oh, just the camera's... 777, isn't it? Is it a triple? It's just she's right over the top. I can't go vertical on the camera. Sorry about that. Washington to Doha, yeah. Take care, BKL Pam. Own little slot on the news tonight. No one else to mess it up or you know. Paul Hodgson, thank you. Wade Perry, get the KLM behind you. Get the KLM behind you. Oh, okay. This is a KLM on approach, perhaps. Paul Hodgson, after the ATR, nothing due till 9:55. Well, I think that's going to be our closeout then, the little ATR. And then head back west. Mark Baker. Tuning in from New Zealand. My pleasure to bring it to you, my friend. Comes the ATR now. India Echo, don't stop the show. If you stop, I have to start work. Gotta start somewhere. Mark Baker, my mum hated that song. Cormorant, I think that bird was, that I just filmed there. A cormorant. Very peculiar sort of like design to it. Design. Yeah. Here comes a little ATR in the Flybe livery, which is quite nice to see. Wow, look at that. That's is that going in Rogue on the left? Kerry. There we go. Just caught that for you, Wade. Here's your little ATR. Last arrival of the show. No, I've got another one. They must be. That must be the. That must be the right-hand runway lineup then. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. 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 Am I? Oh, there she is. Oh, wow! Look at that. Oh, get it, get it, get it, get it, son, get it. Yeah, baby. Fire it up. Well, that KLM came out and went back in again. It's a bit peculiar. Ah. "14 seconds before she rotates." That's pretty impressive. About 120 knots, I think. Is it? What banking in from my right? Which is she coming in from the south or from the north? From the south. Okay. Is she? Alrighty. Okay, stand by, folks. Remember, it's not over till the fat lady sings. Mind you, Jane Arcus isn't around, is she? Jane Chu, sorry, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Oh, Callum Hodgson. Interesting what Callum's just said. When it's really busy and all stands are taken, they have to come back onto the runway, come round and try again for another slot. Well, there you go. There's a cat. Keith Cornell. Jelly deals at this time of the morning. Ugh. Oh, there she is, there she is. Damn. Ah. Okay, I'll just get a little shot of her. Here we go. She's going to peek out there. There she is. Peaky blinder. Ah. Oh, he's going to do the full 180 here, isn't he? 180! George, you require 40. Game set in the first lane. Oh. Michael K, take care. Brian Wake, off to start the day now. Have a great day, Jerry and Jilly. Thank you so much indeed. And don't forget, folks, it is Jilly, your live stream technician and friendly all-round type of gal. Here we go. Oh, he's on the brakes. He's on the brakes. Bang. Gonna get a big wash from this one. There you go, folks. How about that? Wow, what a day. What a morning. Flipping heck. It's like, 2.5 hours I think we've been on. But great to see you guys. Thanks again. Really appreciate it. Don't forget tonight, if you're watching in the south of of England, well, if you're in the UK, 6:30 tonight on the London News is where you want to catch us. Your very own channel appearing on the London News, channel 954 on Sky, I think it is, if you're not in London. But other than that, wow. Well, we're definitely going to be coming back here again, and a big, massive thanks to Andrew and his team at London City for allowing us, and to the security teams as well. And we will be back most definitely. We've got to do an evening show here to get the backlit Docklands area all lit up, and as well as the runway and taxiways and everything like that. So guys, thanks very much, really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are, and be good to the animals and all that sort of stuff. We'll get this one last departure, give you guys a chance to say goodbye to each other, and I will catch up with you on Saturday. Early morning show from London Heathrow, maybe a double bubble show on Saturday because of the high winds forecasted around about midday, 1 till 4. We're going to be grabbing that, but of course we've got Rich Torp coming in on his A330 this Saturday morning, so we're going to try and grab that as well. Right guys, take it easy, see you later, thanks a lot, really appreciate your company, thanks, bye. Alrighty. Stand by. Oh, he's doing the big 180 here, right? Yeah, guys, we're looking at, we're definitely looking at India Echo. We're looking at Birmingham for sure. Looking to do a recce up there sometime soon. Hopefully catch some high winds up at Manchester, at Birmingham at some point. But most definitely, we're definitely going to go back there. I just want to head to a slightly different position than we were before. Dixon saying here, main cargo hub goes nuts from 8 p.m. Yeah, that's interesting. Goes nuts from 8 p.m. That's a definite possibility, isn't it? For the Ken Carr, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Just get this one. Great turning circle. Better than a London cab. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, Brian Jacklin headed to the dentist. Oh, got to get. Thanks Facebook, thanks YouTube, thanks to all channel members. You guys rock. Standing on the brakes again. Is it? Oh, that's probably the previous one, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Thanks, folks. Look after yourselves. Have a great day.
Oh, okay. Hey folks, how about that? Now, wasn't that fantastic? And yes, we will have to go back there and do a day to night show, hopefully by the end of summer, autumn time maybe, that sort of time. A nice warm day, let the traffic build up at London City. I think this kind of stuff is what's actually going to get back to normal service quicker than the big long haul stuff, the big international stuff. So, you know, we'll watch it grow together, you know, as it all comes back once the vaccine's been massively rolled out, and we're all able to travel. Some people not agreeing with the passport situation, but I think it's not. You know, it just amazes me that an MP or somebody this morning on one of the government shows was asked about, you know, what about a vaccine passport? Do you know what her reply was? Well, you know, the English people don't like dealing with paper and cardboard anymore. I'm like, it'd be an app, it's going to be an app, innit? And old matey didn't have the foresight to say, yeah, but we're talking about an electronic passport here. And lots of people saying, I saw this fella in London, he was holding up a banner. I mean, you know, your freedom of speech and all that kind of thing, and your take on things it may be different than mine, and I appreciate and fully, you know, respect your wishes. But there was this fella, he's got the big banner, I'm a man, I'm not a number. Okay, well you need to throw your phone away then, fella, because you've got a phone number, haven't you? So your number is 07487. But yeah, they may have wanted to sort of like, I'm not a number. I mean, no one's going to do that to you, man. Fully blown adult as well. Maybe a sort of like, you know, a senior member of something or other, or whatever. But he was a very sort of like, you know, well-to-do gentleman. And all that. Anyway, off from all that, we'll definitely do that. But listen to this. Watch this. I'll just show you. I'll play you this piece out because we were talking about the Emirates aviation experience, which is over the other side of the water, right at the other side of that cable car that you saw in the background. A lot of people talking about that. But I thought I'd show you. This was the visit that I did, and this was the little piece that I made for them, which is a little advert that they used. Emirates also posted this. I think. Let me just bring this down into here so that you can see it properly. I've got it on the big screen, so you should be able to. Okay, all right. Stand by audio. Go. Me at the controls. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Right, okay. That's a really great place to visit. Take the kids down there as well, folks, if you get the chance. Couple of other things, just quickly. Just wanted to say, what have we got here? That's the. Oh yeah, the engine. If you didn't see the engine this morning, folks, a few people wanted to see that. This is how this thing ended up in terms of. The finished item, and of course as you can see she's all fully built now with all the internals. I left this clear side off. The motor isn't working only because the pulley wheel was just really weak and wouldn't pull the whole assembly, although it does rotate, as you can see. But yeah, it worked out pretty well. Didn't use the stand on the back here because this is all nicely glued in here. You can see all the working components, and we'll start engine one. Is it glowing? It's not glowing, is it? There it is. We all know that sound, folks, and don't we love that sound? As the fuel is injected and the engine starts to kick into life. So there's that. Check this out. Check this out. Let me show you this. This is stage one. we're at stage 1 with the Jumbo, as you can see. Now, I have got a couple of, I've got an exhaust tip that's missing, and as you can see, I think the outer wing fuel probes, dump probes, are also missing. Now, I have decided, because I was looking for an aircraft to base this model on, like I did, a bit like I did with the Lancaster, you know. So let me just get that. Is that right? Is that right? A bit like I did with the Lancaster, being the for my mate Dave Fellows, who was the rear gunner on this Lancaster bomber here, which you can see all the weathering that we did on that one a long time ago, but it's inside the cockpit and all that sort of thing. But anyway, better see that in the daylight. But yeah, that's the Lancaster bomber. But we're doing this 747 with Braniff International. Now, here's the interesting thing, folks. Go and have a look. Go and have a look. I was just looking on our fan zone, and there's old look at old Ashley Sparrowhawk has received his jacket. Some great posts on the fan zone, man. You know, have a skip through it and look. You obviously need to, if you're a member, anyone can join, but you just obviously have to follow the procedures, normal procedures, any normal procedures that you have to follow when you're joining a group like ours. The beauty of this group, folks, is the fact that it is monitored so heavily that every post is just nice and transitional and not overly, you know, no politics and all that kind of old stuff, just good old aviation. Look at that, Jeff Bundy, some cruisers there, man, fantastic. Look at those. So where's Jeff Bundy? I wonder if that's the one. Look at that Atlas Air 747. Wow, how cool is that, man? I mean, that's just good shooting, isn't it? DHL 777, love that, man. Wow. And these guys just don't know they're being photographed, do they? Look at that ABC 747-8. You can see from the rate wingtip on her. Wow, look at that. That's just fantastic photography, man. And other ones as well. David Raymond, Air France 777. Look at that beautiful shot of the Air France 777. We've got some great overflies yesterday and the day before. A couple of A340s, well, A346 ex-Virgin Atlantic, now with Maleph. And this is Paul Hodgson, some plane spotting at Madrid with Jerry and Big Jet TV a year ago. So yeah, remember that, folks. Remember that. Do you remember those? Oh, it's a beautiful SLS A343, man. I remember that like it was yesterday. And there's the plane that me and Hodgie flew on as well on the way to Frankfurt for more viewing. It was just fantastic. Look at that. Look at that picture from Ronald Terrantief. Now, I've seen a picture like that before where it's picked up water and created that spout as an aircraft's gone past the ship. I think they may have set that up with a water tank down here, and he's flown low over it and picked up the water just to show that amazing anomaly, or whatever it is, high and low pressure of water basically meeting with each other and just spooling it up that quick, though. Look how quick. Because he's not going through there slowly, man. But yeah, pretty amazing, incredible. Blue Angel 5 lead solo Commander Ben Walborn catching a little vapor on the sneak pass during winter training. El Centro. Wow. 021. Wow. 21st of January. Wow, that was very recently. Got Bob Copsey talking about Heathrow Airport and Pan Am 747. We talked about that earlier. The replacement 747 that was brought in because the other one was delayed. We got some great stuff there. Darren Golding, F-15E and Typhoon new to the sim. He's been playing the sim. Oh wow, look at that. Typhoon, man. Look at all this. Look at all that. How cool is that? Oh man, I would just sit here and watch them play it rather than play it myself, because that F-15. that? How cool is that, man? We love our military stuff here. That's really cool, Darren. Let's see more of that stuff, mate. Oh, look, takeoff. Lakenheath. Lakenheath, look at that. Where's the audio, man? Where's the audio, fella? Want to hear that reheat? Look at that, man. Oh, you need to go up a bit steeper than that, son. Crank it up. Get that tail on the ground. But no, that is absolutely fantastic. Thanks for that, Darren. He's probably shouting at me, yeah, it's got audio on it. Managed to get this picture of a 747 Asiana Airlines Lucy Singleton. Look at that. All this high-rise stuff we're getting. Was Bogey. That's it. Oh, I've seen this before. Look at that. Look, watch. Now, obviously, there's a big separation there. But is that shared? Is that shared by somebody? That can you see that, folks? Look at that, man. Has that been shared by somebody? But who's the originator of it? I don't know. Always nice to know. But look at that closing. Look at that closing. Look how fast it's going towards it. Wow, man. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that is 3 aircraft in that stack, because you've got the guy that was taking the video, then the one coming towards him, and then one above him. So that's 3 different layers. And I think it has to be at least a mile separation, something like that. But it's amazing. Thanks a lot for that, mate. Incredible. Okay, Neil Morrison was the originator of that. Look what 1,000 foot separation looks like. Okay, 1,000 foot. There you go. Absolutely amazing. Philip Paylor showing a beautiful B-52, people with their models, Kieran Knowles, people talking about models. Bob Copsey shared that one with the women in aviation. I've seen those before in the Navy and in the US Air Force and all that. Yeah, they're pretty cool, man. What's this? From a supersonic jet to a tourist spaceship, how Virgin Galactic could change travel as we know it. Interesting. Okay, that should be a good read. Thanks for that, mate. So, Virgin Galactic. Okay, so Virgin Galactic, that's a different space module than the other one, isn't it? But look at it above the Earth's atmosphere. It's about 40 miles up, isn't it? Or something like that. A330 Voyager, Mike Davies. That's a great shot there. Daryl Stewart with his model collection. Big Jet TV, that's quite nice there. With his sticker on there. Go on, me old son. Another one with another model collection, which got some pretty old school stuff in there by the looks of it. A nice old 400 there, 707 DC9 or MD88 or something. A340, 777 with Korean, A340 with Air Canada, A343 by the looks of it. Wow, Constellation and a Hercules and an A321. Look at that. A nice little collection there of die-cast models. What else we got? More cruisers from Chris Howard. Look at that one with, I thought I was geared down for a second. Calvin Grant, just seen these 3 on people talking about flight radar. This is interesting. A Corgi 707 that I picked up at a vintage collectible toy store. Michael Clark saying, look at that, a Corgi 707. That's pretty good for a little scale model, isn't it? It's quite nice, that. I like that. Very nice indeed. Keep that, don't sell it on eBay for like 20 quid. It's not worth it, is it? It's better to have it on your desk or wherever. That's a nice little model, that. Matthew Strelick, sorry, with some of his models. We've seen that one at Heathrow, that 100 Qantas. Julie Dawn Chaston. There's more. Is this Darren Golding? Oh, just flipping well. He's loving it. He's loving it, isn't he? That's just a picture. Look at that, man. All the different liveries and all that. He's loving it. I know Jilly would be all over that, wouldn't you, Jilly, with your flying around Los Angeles and all that on it. But look at this, Sarah Ansell sharing a video. I don't know whose video this was, but somebody there in the corner there. I don't know whose video this originally was, but this looks like St. Martin, perhaps. Oh, look at that, going through the... Oh, I remember this. With those hills behind it. to taxi down. She's going to taxi down to Runway. Oh, listen to that. This is going to be epic, mate. Should I be not showing it, Jilly? Oh, okay. Well, go and check it out, folks. If you want to see it, check it out in the fan zone. We might already got off. Well, man, we're always honest, and if we have to give people credit, that's what we're all about. We're always saying, if you post people's stuff, give them a credit. You know what I mean? Like I just did with that guy, and I will. You what? Okay. So can I play it or not? Yes, ADV. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I can play it. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Beautiful airliner, man. What a beautiful airliner. Sarah Ansell, thank you for sharing that. And ADV Best, folks. Go and check them out. I think they must be on Facebook. Peter Room, some lovely pictures of old workhorses there with DHL. Paul MK sharing pictures. This is another one from Paul Odgen from the other plane spotting location. Little bit of stuff here from Louis Miguel Gordo. Showing some old stuff, which is pretty cool. Looks like Luftwaffe, possibly. That's a that's Dornier DO12, is it, or something like that? But anyway, Emirates 777 from Daniel Pearson. JetBlue Alan Scott complains of difficulties in securing London slots. Interesting little bit of news there. Bring that news on, folks. Love that. Meg Thompson does quite a lot of this sort of stuff, which is just sort of like, yeah, interesting. Just make of it what you will. Paul MK, Luke Van Jaap, GV, how do we name our aircraft? Ruby, a blog by Virgin Atlantic. Good read there, and Luke Van Jaap, thank you for posting that up. That is a good read on how they name their aircraft, and it is. It's not scientific. It's just pretty cool. China Eastern, Ender Burks, Ender Burke is always posting good stuff. He's a great photographer. China Eastern Airlines Airbus A330-200 photo by Ender Burke. So where from, Ender? From what point? Great photographer, by the way. Look at that, airplane pictures. So where's he shot that? Okay, but he takes a great photograph. Oh, LAX, and he's done the helicopter ride or something like that. There you go. Yeah, he did do that. Chris Howard, interesting saxophone. I bet Jerry heard this beast fly over. That's the A380. Yeah, they usually, to be honest with you, Qantas A380 used to come screaming over the house out of 27s every night around about 9 o'clock, screaming out. It was always massively low and heavy. I can't wait for those days to come back. That's the Blue Angels, is it? Possibly. How awesome do the new Super Hornets look in blue? US Navy Blue Angels. There we go. Great picture from Paul MK there. Which is a beautiful picture. Look at that. I can't make it any bigger than that, can I? How big can I make that? No. But that is a beautiful, and that is why you see they put those fences on the ends of the wings to give the stability, because the stability was taken away from the ship itself. The vertical stabilizer, the capabilities of it were massively reduced with having this massive block of whatever it was on top of their plane, which carbon and just completely upsetting the airflow going into the vertical stabilizer. So that's why they put these horizontal stabilizers at the side. Some people know that, other people don't. Great picture of the Concords there, thank you very much for that. But some great pictures. Look at this, snow at Heathrow. Ha ha! Oh, this is filmed by Trevor Bacon, yeah? Sorry? Oh, I don't know. Karen Shepherd, snow at Heathrow anyway, thank you for that. Megs, this is a great picture, look at that. Looks like Sunderland flying boat, but it's not. It's a flying boat, which was sort of like developed and designed, I'm guessing some kind of Boeing or something like that. Not the short Sunderland flying boat, but Ronald, thank you for posting that. Nice livery there, or Air Austral. Thank you very much indeed. Beryl Savage, a blast from the past. Look at that, Freddie Laker. And Freddie Laker, funny enough, was in massive conflict. In fact, it was actually Braniff who were looking to really compete with the transatlantic routes with Freddie Laker, who was doing the JFK, I think, was it £100 return or something like that? Do you remember those crazy days? And that's what sort of like eventually ended up being sort of like EasyJet in the long term, in long range. But yeah, I think it was Freddie Laker, the DC-10s. The Laker Sky Trains out of Gatwick, absolutely fantastic, and he was a really nice bloke, like Richard Branson, a really nice fella. Lived in Sussex, used to go to a pub next door to where his house was. But anyway, there we go, folks. That is that. What else have we got? So just to quickly show you the Braniff 747 that we are going to be modelling this aircraft on. This is a fantastic post from the guys on Facebook, Braniff Flying Colours. Give them a check, folks. If you're on Facebook, Braniff Flying Colours, and if you're into your Braniff 747 or your Braniff fleet, because they have 111s, 727s, and so on and so forth. But you'll notice also here on this particular jet, this is her at Gatwick, because I wanted to find one that flew into Gatwick. As you can see, the engine cowls were still white at this stage on some of the engines, but eventually they ended up making them all silver. It wasn't the other way round, I found out. And basically this is one at London Gatwick. Great a history of Braniff and the fight for London part 3. This is their post, all about Braniff flying into London. And this photo is of Braniff International Boeing 747-127 registered November 601 Bravo November, departing London's Gatwick Airport on June the 4th, 1978. Less than 3 months after the inaugural of scheduled services on March the 18th, 1978. Note the left side inboard engine nacelle no longer wore the white paint as the rest of the cowlings were painted. Eventually the white engine nacelles would be stripped to bare metal by the end of 1978. So there we go. I was always led to believe that the leading edge here is the nacelle. That's a cowl, I think, but I'm just being anal there, and apologies for that. But this is what we're gonna basically reconstruct with that model, folks. She's gonna be on her gear, and I am fully aware that if she's gonna be on her gear, she needs to be loaded with about 18 grams of weight at the front of the aircraft. And I'm gonna use blue tack for that. I'm not gonna use lead. Like somebody suggested. Definitely not going to use lead. But yes, so follow them, folks, because I'm going to see if I might sort of like do a vlog type thing of building this model, because that's the first stage. You know, we've had it unveiling it out the box and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, like I said, we only have 3 exhaust tips, but that doesn't really matter, because when she's on display she's going to be angled so that you're not going to see all of the exhaust tips. So at least the 1, 2 and 3 engine will have the exhaust tips on it, or whatever configuration I do it in. Obviously landing gear, I haven't checked all the wheels and that yet. I'm a little bit disappointed, because he would have looked in the bag and he would have counted all the parts and made sure that there were 4 of these thingamajigs, because the bag is sealed. Obviously he's received the model in the box from wherever he got it from. Someone basically sells it to them and they rebox it, or they do whatever they do. They check to make sure the parts are there, because whoever had this before he had it had taken a lot of the stuff off of the injection mold strips, which sort of like means that a lot of the stuff was loose and is loose in the bag. So you've got to be very careful we don't lose anything. But I've had a good look around. Thankfully the cockpit canopy's there. Looks like all the undercarriage struts are there, although one of them's loose here like that. You've got to be really careful, because this stuff's very, very susceptible to breakage. So rather than sculpt a new tip, unless I find something that might resemble it and be able to fabricate something like that, that's basically what I'm talking about. That little thing there, which is the back of tip engine like. That's basically there's your engine and there's your exhaust tip like that. Get that in there right. So we may. Oh, okay. Again, that's all right. So that's the tip in place basically. So, and that's the when I say the exhaust tip, it's actually the equivalent of this piece here, which basically directs the air. So it's our aerodynamic behind it, because behind the engines it's massively turbulent air, and that's what the scalloped cowls are on the Trent 1000 and the Gen-X engines, so as to reduce noise and also to reduce the turbulent air behind it because it makes a lot of noise, and the noisiest time an aircraft is, apart from taking off obviously, when it's coming over housing, is especially big jets. Something that I love the sound of myself, and trust me, I wouldn't have a problem with it every 10 minutes going over my house. But 747, when you're in somewhere like Hounslow and it's coming over you, and it's like, you know, you've got 4 RB211s like screaming because he's keeping the thing at a steady descent, and all the turbulent air from the undercarriage, which makes an incredible noise, which I found out just by reading. What's that, Julie? Oh, sorry, I thought you said something. So that's that. Braniff 747 at Gatwick. I've looked at all of those ones. They did have SPs as well. More information that we can learn about with Wikipedia, which is a fantastic source of information, folks. If you're ever wondering about anything in particular and you're like, oh, I wonder about that, head to Wikipedia, not Wikidpedia, Wikipedia, yeah, some great information on the building of the 747, you know, and all the information that you basically need is right there. Also, by the way, folks, we found these because I've got this monitor now. We've got a few monitors available that we want to give away. So we found this place called Business to Schools, which looks like somewhere we're going to get involved with in terms of donating. I've got an iPad here. Jilly's got 2 monitors. I've got 3 monitors over there, and anything electronic that we can give to the schools to help them. I've got headphones over there, which I can I nearly said detonate then. I can spray with Dettol. Sorry, I'm not going to detonate. Yes, it would be a lot of fun just in the middle of a field. Yes, so that's where we're at. We're going to do that. We're going to speak to those guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, folks, for tuning in. We're going to get going now. It's 5 o'clock because Jilly's got to be. And all that. So we will see you tomorrow. Guaranteed. I don't know what time, probably about 12 o'clock, folks. It's Monday tomorrow, isn't it? But we'll do some more tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. We'll do part 2 of the model tomorrow. If the weather dries up, then we'll be outside spraying that up as well. So thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for some more Big Jet TV. Take it easy. See you, bye. I was going to zoom into the engine then and do something really arty-farty, but it didn't work, did it?